to go on.
Okay. Can you confirm you can hear me though? Can you hear me?
President Doyle, can you?
You are cutting in and out.
Okay, and I can hear you clearly now. Can you have out now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. I'm so sorry. If you wouldn't mind, please starting again. For the record, thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. This is Ian Doyle, Board President of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy. I will now call this special meeting of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy to order. Today is Monday, March 4th, 2024, and it is 1:42 p.m. Board of Pharmacy meetings are conducted in accordance with the Oregon Public Meetings Law. Under the Public Meetings Law, governing body meetings are open to the public except as otherwise provided by law. The presiding officer has the authority to keep order and to impose any reasonable restrictions necessary for the efficient and orderly conduct of a meeting. Governing bodies are authorized by ORS 192.660 to meet in executive session in certain limited situations, including the consideration of information obtained by a health regulatory board as part of an investigation of licensee or applicant conduct. All official actions by the board must be taken by public vote, and the vote of each member must be recorded. We remind ourselves of the Board of Pharmacy mission at the beginning of each meeting. That is, the Oregon Board of Pharmacy serves to promote and protect public health, safety, and welfare by ensuring high standards in the practice of pharmacy and through effective regulation of the manufacture and distribution of drugs. I will now call roll for board and staff. For the record, when I call your name, please verbally acknowledge here. Board President Ian Doyle, here. Board Vice President Kat Chin.
Here.
Board Member Shannon Beeman.
Here.
Board Member Rachel DeBarmore has an excused absence. Board Member Jennifer Hall. Board Member Hall is absent. Board Member Rosemarine Hemmons has an excused absence. Board Member Rich Joyce.
Here.
Board Member Priyal Patel.
Here.
Pharmacist Consultant Jennifer Davis.
Here.
Compliance Director Brianne Efremoff.
Here.
Executive Director Jamal T. Fox.
Here.
Licensing Director Chrissy Hennigan. Licensing Director is absent. Operations Manager Rachel Melvin.
Here.
Board President Doyle has confirmed that we do have a quorum. Moving on to housekeeping items. Board and agency staff, identify yourself as board or staff member, followed by your last name each time you speak. Please silence all your other devices. Use the raise hand feature when you have questions or comments within our Teams application. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and retained for public record keeping purposes. We will now review the board meeting agenda and ask each board meeting member to provide any proposed revisions to the agenda. Board President Doyle speaking. I do not have any revisions to offer. Board Vice President Chin.
No revisions, thank you.
Board Member Beeman.
No revisions, thank you.
Board Member Joyce.
No revisions. Thank you.
Board Member Patel.
No revision.
Therefore, I call if there is a motion to approve the agenda.
Board Vice President Chin motions to move the agenda.
Is there a motion to? Board Member Joyce.
Board Member Joyce seconds the agenda.
The agenda has been motioned and seconded. I will now call roll for approval of this motion. Board President Doyle, yes. Board Vice President Chin.
Yes.
Board Member Beeman.
Board Member Beeman, yes.
Board Member Joyce,
Board Member Joyce, yes.
Board Member Patel.
Board Member Patel, yes.
Motion passes. We have an approved agenda. We will now begin by reviewing the proposed revised coronavirus 19 protocol and temporary rule to amend the protocol compendium with Staff Member Davis.
All right, Staff Member Davis, I'm going to be sharing my screen. So the formulary committee just met prior. This is mailing AA for those on the phone. The committee just met. I just want to orient you to what you saw in the mailing. The items that were underlined and track changes were items that were changed specific to this ACIP recommendation that happened last Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. The items that had highlights kind of at the beginning and the end, like bookends, like you see in paren 1B or 1B, were items that the formulary committee, when they met in February, had approved a change already. So that was set to come to you, board. This document was already ready to come to you with the highlights, and then we needed to make additional changes. So yellow highlights are things that were approved at the February meeting to send to the board. Purple underline, as you're seeing on the screen now, or underlined in your packet, is what was changed. For sake of time, I'm only going to go over the things that the committee recommended to change that was different than what was in the mailing, because you've had time to review the mailing. They made just a couple of minor changes within the protocol, a capitalization here and there. They did move this bullet, the subnote about previously vaccinated, what that means, up under 3C. It was previously hiding under 3G, but really far away from where it was being addressed. So they did move that up. And then the other change that they made to the protocol was they added under recommendations. No, not there. Hold on, I gotta keep coming down. Under warnings and precautions, they added a new 7D that says development of myocarditis or pericarditis within 3 weeks after a dose of any COVID-19 vaccine is a precaution to a subsequent dose of any COVID-19 vaccine, and subsequent doses should generally be avoided. The subject matter experts that put together this protocol should receive major kudos. I reached out to them on Friday and said, how soon can you have a protocol? And they said, we're already working on it. You should have it. Like, well, actually, it was Thursday. They said you can have it tomorrow by noon. So thank you to our subject matter experts. They did acknowledge in our last meeting that when they have more time to go back, that they would like to translate a lot of the new data into tables, but they were having to go off some very preliminary guidance documents that just came out from the CDC. So with that, I will hand it back to Board President Doyle for any board discussion on the protocol.
Thank you, Board Member Doyle speaking. I will now call on individuals if they have any questions. Board Vice President Chin.
No questions, thank you.
Board Member Beeman.
Board Member Beeman, no questions.
Board Member Joyce.
Board Member Joyce, I appreciate the updates and no questions. Thank you.
Board Member Patel.
Board Member Patel, no question.
This is Board Member Doyle. A question about paragraph C, which, or 3C, that is, under the vaccine schedule. And for I'm just trying to get oriented, one moment. Of the bottom of the third selection within 3C, any previously unvaccinated person, I wondered if that needed to say previously or unvaccinated immunocompetent person.
This is Staff Member Davis. That's not something I can make a recommendation to change. And if you wanted that to change, it would need to go back to the committee.
Okay, thank you. With respect to, I have a couple other clarifications, recognizing that this is a temporary rule and we would be getting full review at a later time. I think that I will withhold my other questions at this time, and I'll bring them up at our next meeting regarding this. I don't have any other questions at this time. Is there a motion to adopt temporary rule OAR 855?
Pause.
We should pull up the rules so you guys
Okay.
can review it really quickly.
Mhm.
Give me just a second. Just stop sharing and I'll grab it.
You have.
I know I have to.
Go ahead. Well,
Wait, is it Monday? What's happening? Just a moment, President Doyle. This is mailing A. And then you can ask it. Oh. Are you able to see the rule now?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so this would proposes to amend OAR 855-115-0345 that was just adopted, and it would bring in coronavirus 2019 version 3 2024 is the proposed, and back to you for board discussion.
Thank you. Board Member Doyle speaking. I don't have any questions with regard to the text for the temporary rule. Board Vice President Chin, any questions?
No questions.
Board Member Beeman?
No questions.
Board Member Joyce?
Board Member Joyce seems clear to me. Thank you. No questions.
Board Member Patel?
Board Member Patel, no question.
Is there a motion to move to is there a motion to move to adopt temporary rule OAR 855-115-0345 to be effective upon filing?
Vice President Chin motions.
Is there a second?
Board Member Joyce seconds.
The motion is moved by Board Vice President Chin and seconded by Board Member Joyce. I will now call roll to adopt temporary rule OAR 855-115-0345 to be effective upon filing. Board President Doyle, yes. Board Vice President Chin,
Yes.
Board Member Beeman,
Yes.
Board Member Joyce,
Board Member Joyce, yes.
Board Member Patel.
Board Member Patel, yes.
Motion passes unanimously with the 5 board members present. That concludes our business for today's special meeting of the board. Is there a motion to move to adjourn the meeting at 1:55 p.m.?
So moved, Vice President Chin.
Is there a second?
Seconded, Board Member Joyce.
The motion has been moved by Vice President Chin and seconded by Board Member Joyce. We'll now call roll. Board President Doyle, yes. Board Vice President Chin,
Yes.
Board Member Beeman,
Yes.
Board Member Joyce,
Yes.
Board Member Patel.
Board Member Patel, yes.
Motion passes unanimously. This concludes the special board meeting on March 4th, 2024. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.